Welcome to Truth and Logic, the weekly talk show that uses logic to explain the truth.
The truth shall set you free.
Here are your hosts, David Cross and DaRon Montgomery.
Good afternoon and welcome to Talk Zone Radio. This is Truth and Logic with DaRon, David, and Michelle. I'm DaRon.
This is David.
This is Shelly Shell.
And it's 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Depending on where you are in the country and the world, you can adjust that accordingly. We like to thank you for listening and welcome you once again to our weekly open forum discussion as we talk about current events and social issues. As always, family, we are live and we can be reached at 888-GO-FOR-IT. That's 888-463-6748. And as always, before we get into juicy material, controversial material, whatever, I guess we should give the little disclaimer, huh? Mm-hmm. So the thoughts and views expressed on Truth and Logic are not necessarily the thoughts and views of Talk Zone, syndication networks, or any of its subsidiaries or affiliates. Having said all that, before we get into the topic, let me just say this real quick. It's been brought to our attention, family, that there are a lot of you that cannot listen live. There are a lot of you who, I'm not going to say are scared to call in, or say are apprehensive about calling in. And we listen to you. We've taken care of that. We listen to you. We know what your concerns are. So what we've done, as we've said always from the beginning, is that we have a Facebook page. Go on Facebook, like the page. You can leave any comments, questions, concerns, statements, anything you want to talk about any of the past shows, the current show, whatever. We will read that. We will respond to that. But we've also added Twitter to the mix. And you can follow us on Twitter at Truth and Logic 1. That's Truth and Logic, the number 1. And we're manning that live right now. So if you have a question, comment, concern, a show idea, whatever, if you tweet that to us, we're going to read it for you on air and we're going to respond to it on air. These two forums also allow us to take the show well past the wrap up. So this show could last all week, family. So get in tune, become part of the revolution because it's real. And along with the Twitter, we also have Periscope. So at any given time during the week, you could see one of us, all three of us, or whatever. Something's on our mind, you're going to hear about it. So follow us on Periscope. It's the same Twitter handle, Truth and Logic 1. Having said that, today's topic is going to be the effemination of the male in today's society. And it's real touchy. So, and I know we normally kick it off with David, but Michelle's sitting over here with that, that lion in a cage, like, you got to let me get at it. You got to let me get at these cats. So, Michelle, what's on your mind?
I have so much to say that I really don't even know where to start. But the effemination of the male in today's society.
Yeah, because it goes deep.
Ooh, what is wrong? What is wrong? Okay.
I'm going to tell you where the problem stems from. You might not like it.
You're definitely not going to like it.
Probably not. Effemination of the male in today's society. Why? I don't understand. Back in the day, from what I see, looking at my father, looking at my grandfather, looking at men, growing up in my family, there was no femininity. There was masculinity. There was a man being a man. Now, it feels like, to me, men are, for lack of a better word, in their feelings, or they're being more expressive.
Don't make this rain start early.
It's nothing wrong with being expressive, but it's some things that I don't understand. There's one thing that I want to, first touch on. There's plenty of stuff I want to touch on. I was coming across an article a while back on this rapper, rapper, Young Thug. Young Thug.
Go dig that.
I'm a old guy. I don't even know who he is.
Thugalicious.
Yeah, if you see the
you don't
Boondocks,
know who he is.
If you've ever watched the Boondocks, you know who Thugalicious.
Thugalicious.
Yeah,
I know who Thugalicious is. That's who they talking about. Oh,
I don't know. No, I don't think it is. But I mean, what was that episode when the guy, he was like, yeah, this the new style, and it was a
rock
mini
and roll
skirt.
gangsta,
Yeah.
rock and roll gangsta.
So this dude is out here, right?
Right.
He has his male friends.
Right.
And I saw the article or the video on YouTube, whatever. Yeah, I call my dude's bae, my lover, my baby.
The hell?
But he claims he's not gay.
Well, look at Lil Wayne.
Yeah. He claims he's not gay. He claims he doesn't like men. But that's my bae, my boo.
Hey, DaRon.
My husband, my hubby. I was like, what?
DaRon, I love you like a brother, but I would never call you bae.
And if you did, you lose some teeth.
And I would just be sitting here like, well, okay.
I mean,
That's
well, okay.
none of my business.
Well, let me ask you this, Michelle. As a young woman, as a woman in today's society, when you see this type of behavior, how does that make you feel?
First of all, I shake my head. Second, I laugh.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Mm-hmm. But on a more serious note, it's a little bit confusing because it's like, okay, where's your masculinity? Where it makes you think about a lot of things within that person. How did they grow up? What are they trying to portray in society? Are they really trying to hide something about themselves but not hide it? Like hiding in plain sight?
Right.
So it really just irks my nerves.
Okay. So we went back to the black woman right there. You irk my nerve.
It irks my nerves.
Okay.
First of all, if you ever seen what he looks like, I'm gonna pull up a picture so y'all can see.
Right,
but
I'm good.
It's a hot mess. He wear what was that award show? Lil Wayne. I can't remember.
I don't watch
this
award
fool
shows.
When he had the tight,
he had on
jeans.
jeggings.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
He had on jeggings.
Whoa.
And I was like, okay, is this a
name
rock
for it.
star persona? Because if you see some rock stars, more so, I don't know, more so now, I'm not too sure. But back in the day, they wear like the bright colors and the mascara. I mean, the stuff on their eyes, the eyeliner,
The Princes,
the
the
tight
Michael
jeans, the
Jacksons.
Princes, right? But women would fall over and, for Prince. But
here's
it's like,
another thing, though. They did that on stage.
right.
They did that at the award shows.
Right.
Like, you wouldn't see this Prince or Michael Jackson walking down the street in the sequin jacket.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Temptations didn't walk down the street in sequin tuxedos all day. You know what I'm saying?
I think MJ had pajama pants on, but that's a different story.
These dudes have taken what should stay on stage and taken it to the street where I don't really want to see that shit.
Right.
You know? So, David, we know you got something on your mind.
Yes,
about this.
please enlighten us because I'm going to come back. I already know.
Okay. This is my opinion and a lot of other people's opinion too.
Okay.
Can't just call this for mine because I done heard this from a lot of people. I'm going to tell you where the style came from.
All right, talk about it.
When you remove the male out of the household, you start to emulate what you see. You see your mama dressed like this, acting feminine. What is the male gonna do? Who's there to teach him how to be a man?
Right.
Men, I was telling somebody earlier today. What's with the low ride jeans? Women wearing low ride jeans. Now men, we not see the crack of the booty or whatever, the thong and stuff like that. That looked great. Mm-hmm. We had a couple thoughts in our head that just wasn't worth going to church to. So what are these effeminate men doing? They wearing their pants below their drawers. Because in my eyes, evidently, your mama liked the attention that men gave them. Maybe these guys like the attention that men give them. I'm just saying. Because what women want to see a pair of boxers?
I know I don't.
There are obviously a lot of them, and it looks like Michelle and women like Michelle are a dying breed, because it seems like, but I think it goes deeper than that. I think as far as women, because in order for you to accept that, there's got to be something wrong with you. Because when we were growing up, guys that look like this, homeless, dirty, unkept, women, you couldn't talk to them.
You really could.
Right.
But somewhere along the line, the paradigm shifted, the mindset shifted, and those guys became what was happening. And if you go to school, get good grades, trying to get a job, you working, doing something, you become the lame. How does that equate? I'm lame, but I got something. He does nothing, but he's what's happening.
Well, you ever heard you ever heard of swirling?
Yes.
It's where a black woman dated black men. Now she's through with them.
Right.
Now she's dating white men.
She with the swirl.
Right.
Ah, yes.
And
she got jungle fever.
I need to
Really?
you need to listen to David Curl, because he actually kind of breaks this down. And I'm not
you sensitive about the delivery of a message.
Yeah, you're not. I'm gonna try to deliver this message un David Curl like, because you done messed up this black man. Now you decide, well, he ain't shit. I want to go to this white man. Matter of fact, the woman that wrote the book about swirling had a baby in college by a black man. She expected this black man to marry her. Mm-hmm. So when that didn't happen, she decided to go to this white man. Ended up marrying him and had 3 kids. Then she wrote a book talking about how black men ain't shit. But how did he become not shit?
But that's not true. Because across the board, any race you date, it don't matter. It's all about who treats you right.
Well, everybody can't be
but
like
I see
David,
that
so,
she just felt some type of way. She wanted to blame black men for her troubles.
But that's
But see, the problem is that everybody wants to look at somebody to blame for them being less than.
True.
And the reality of it is more than not 95% of the time, or maybe 100% of the time, it starts with you and works its way out.
Right.
Heterosexual men, what we do is for women. It's to attract women.
Yes.
Because if women didn't like Cadillacs, men wouldn't buy Cadillacs. If women say, well, I like Pintos, Pinto would be the number 1 car out there.
Pinto. Ooh, look at that boy in that
never
Pinto.
go back to something in the set. Was you even born when Pinto?
Yeah, I was born in the Pinto.
My bad.
I'm not sure if I was.
You look, I ain't said deuce and a quarter. But I'm just saying, I mean, just think about it. Hummer is one of the ugliest damn cars out there. But one of my boys that was in the Navy with me, he said that was status. That was status quo. When you drive a Hummer, women know you got money and they want you.
Right, because you got to fill up that $100
I swear it's like $100 a tank.
So, I mean, what men do is for women. See, women, y'all know number 1, men are thirsty. You know, all you gotta do is show them a little ankle.
As hell.
All you gotta do is show a man a little ankle, and he going home and fantasizing.
The thirst is real.
Exactly. But men, we do things to please women.
Right.
Women do things to please each other. I mean, to get inside of a woman's head, I love to be the first one to get inside of a woman's head, because I'd be a billionaire. Because women don't understand women.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to address that. We're going to pay a couple bills. But before we do, let me drop this on the family's mind. Let me just say this. When we come back, it's going to be Education 101. This is the edutainment part of the show. We took it back to Boogie Down Productions. We're going to educate you while we entertain you. But before I go, let me just say that women, it's your fault.
Wait,
and we'll be right back.
Time out.
We'll be right back.
Give us the truth. That's what we need.
Truth and logic.
Truth.
Back to your hosts, David Cross and DaRon Montgomery.
Once again, we're coming back at you, family. This Truth and Logic on Talk Zone Radio. We can be reached at 888-GO-FOR-IT. That's 888-463-6748. It was once said by Gil Scott-Heron that the revolution would not be televised, but you know what? It's damn sure going to be talked about. Now the question is, are you going to join the revolution, and what do you have to say about it? Also, the Lost and Found Boutique. Check them out online at www.lostandfoundboutique.bigcartel.com. Original urban gear at an affordable cost. That's Lost and Found Boutique on Facebook. Like them on Facebook. Check them out online. Discover something new.
Lost and found.
That's what I'm
There you
talking
go.
about.
Now, as I said before we went to break, that we
What you said before we went to break?
we at the edutainment part of the show. So what we're gonna talk about is emasculation and effeminization. They do go hand in hand. However, they are not related in this set. Let me do. For a man to be emasculated, okay, number one, the word emasculate is a verb. Okay, so that means it's an action. It's to deprive someone of strength, vigor, spirit, basically to weaken them. Okay, so most of the time when you're talking about the emasculation of a man, it has to be inflicted on them by someone, most times a woman. Okay, when we're talking about effeminization, okay, to be an effeminate man, that's an adjective that describes. Okay, so that's something it describes an act or displays of feminine characteristics. So no one has to inflict that on you. That's just something that you do. So why is it that they're doing this? Okay.
I don't know.
Get your pens and paper out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to ask you to listen fast so I don't have to slow down for you to catch up. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, I'm from the south side of Chicago. Every now and then that kind of stuff comes out. Okay, so check it out. when you're talking about effeminization, where does it come from? Well, ladies, as I said before the break, and some of you all are not going to like it. Some of you all are going to hit me up on Facebook. You may tweet me. You may text me. You may call me.
I might come across the table.
And that's cool. But before you do, you're going to have to listen to this. Okay, so you all fell for the banana in the tailpipe. When they introduced welfare to you, they said, take the man out of the home and we're going to give you these benefits, this money, this whatever. And you all agreed with that. You said, okay, that's cool. We're going to do this. Okay, fine. And then you all started chanting, I don't need no man. You chanted it so much that you started believing that shit. Now, you believed it so much to where you started describing yourself to your children and to your family and friends. What do women say? I'm his mother and his father. Let me tell you something.
Happy Father's Day to me.
My mother is my mother. She is never my father. She will never be my father. It is anatomically incorrect and can never be possible. Okay, so now you start believing that shit and you start saying, I'm the mother and the father. Okay, so now you've taken the man out of the home. He doesn't have any positive male role models to look at as what a man is to be. And so what does he start looking at? He doesn't even have uncles that he could look at. Nobody. There's nobody for this young boy to look at, this male to look at to grow into a man. So what does he look at? He looks at his mother. He looks at his grandmother, his aunts. And what does he see? A man, David and I can disagree. I'm going to give him 10 minutes of my life to debate and disagree. If that. And on a good day, it may stretch to 15. After that, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. It's over with. A woman will argue with your ass from 6 in the morning to 10 at night and will wake you up if it was on her mind long enough, okay?
That's true.
So that's a true statement. And please don't try to walk out of the room, okay? Because she ain't going to do nothing but follow you through the house. Okay, so what do these clowns do? Have you ever seen two men arguing, they part ways, and they're still arguing? That's female shit. Women do that. So we talk about the fashion. First, they went from wearing their clothes 4 sizes too big and sagging it to now 2 sizes too small and sagging it still. And where did that come from? What do the women do? You all squeeze into these little pants, these hot pants, these stretching, these
skinny jeans,
as you right, and you want to look good for the fellas. Right. Well, these dudes saw their mama doing that.
Oh.
Right? They saw their mama doing that. So they see their mama arguing all the time. They see their mama backbiting. Oh, girl, this is my favorite girlfriend. You know he ain't shit, right? You know, they do all this. And I'm trying to sit up and figure, like, selfies. Who started selfies? Women started selfie, taking pictures. I can't stand to see a man standing in the mirror with his phone. If you don't put that damn phone down, I swear to God, I'm gonna slap you. But I mean that's some of the most effeminate shit I've ever seen. Why are you standing in the mirror taking a picture of yourself?
Self-confident.
Okay, let's call it that. And then so now we bring this all the way back around, and you say, well, how's it the woman's fault? Because you know what, you were okay with it. And before the conspiracy theorists call in and say, well, the white man started welfare and they gave it to us to break up the black homes. Okay, I'm going to ask you to stop and smell that shit you shoveling. Because if you want to go there, if I set a bottle of Clorox here in front of you, gave you a long straw and told you to sip slow, you're not going to do it because you know that's bad for you. So if it's so bad for you and you know this, then stop it. Find you because you got people passing welfare along like it's a fucking inheritance. You know, your mama was on welfare, your grandmama was on welfare. Oh, look, you on welfare. And then, like I said, it's got to be something wrong with the woman's mind because there has to be a level of self-esteem, a lower level of self-esteem for her to accept less than from these men. Because you sit up and watch women who sit up and they waste all kind of brain power on ways to beat the system, the welfare system, right? And so how many times have you heard someone say, well, I can't take this job because it'll mess with my welfare benefits?
I've heard that before.
Right? They'll cut my check. They'll cut my stamps. That's bullshit. You're a loser. You just failed in life. And these men are acting the same way. They don't want to take certain jobs because they don't want certain. I mean, I knew a guy had a very good state job. Child support caught up with him. He quit. That's why would you do that? Effeminization. You don't know what it's like to be a man and take care of your responsibility.
Please take care of your responsibilities.
I'm feeling this. Ooh. I'm feeling this as we go here. And if they want truth and logic, let's give them truth and logic.
Boy, here we go, Mr. Controversy Corner, baby. I'm here to tell y'all, hey, y'all thought DaRon went in hard. Look here. First off, you little punk ass men out here. Men, be a man. Stop acting like a little girl. You want to sit up here, skinny jeans. Seriously. Anybody wearing skinny jeans, anybody got a pair of skinny jeans, do me a favor, kill yourself right now. Just kill, murder, suicide. Call Dr. Kevorkian. Kill yourself right now.
I got a bottle of Clorox for you.
No, call Dr. Kevorkian. Pay for it. Pay for your own death because you're stupid. No man should wear skinny jeans. Men, pull your damn pants up. I swear y'all look like little sissies out there. You look like women. You look like women, like DaRon said. How many of you punks out here jumping on the bed trying to get these pants up? You're probably not jumping on the bed because you're not putting them all the way up. Why? Because you're stupid.
But they don't pull them all the way up. You know why?
Because they stupid.
They too skinny, but they still sagging them. I don't understand.
You got men walking around in groups, everybody ass hanging out, and they man looking at their ass. You ain't got to see it because they ain't doing it for you. They doing it for their homeboy. They homeboy up there see him. Hey, you see John ass? Yeah, John. Man, he got a nice sack right there, you fucking punk. So let's call it what it is. Man, look, women, y'all ain't off the hook either because, man, look here.
Y'all put up with it.
Your white daddy said, get the man out the house, and what you do, you got the man out the house. That's what you did. You got him out the house because I get this free money. So now you growing, you got little Kentavious out here.
Duracell.
Exactly.
Kentavious,
Jamarquavious. We call them what you. They one of them Avius or Ishas. The Ecas.
Oh man.
So now this is what you raising. You raising a bunch of ain't shit people. You wasn't shit. Your granny wasn't shit. Your great granny wasn't shit. So now you gonna raise kids that ain't shit, and your grandkids ain't shit.
It's a cycle.
It's definitely a cycle.
Lake Michigan should be full of ain't shit people right now. Let's call it what it is. Cause I'm telling y'all, I just came
Lake
to
Michigan,
Lake
though?
Michigan, Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Dr. Kevorkian should be a billionaire right now.
Let's say Mississippi River.
All of them. Boats should have trouble getting past right now because I'm telling y'all, I remember when I was growing up. Men were men. You saw somebody acting like a punk, you called them out. Now you don't know who a punk and who a man.
Right.
You know.
Oh, you definitely know who the punks and men are. We stand out.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm the last of a dying
I'm
breed.
serious. I saw that Wiz Khalifa video. He up there talking about holla holla, we them boys or whatever, and you got on these skinny ass jeans that look.
We them boys.
Seriously, dude. I understand you frail, but come on now, you. Kill
We
yourself.
definitely don't want to go to jail.
Kill yourself.
Ooh.
Yeah, he probably do want to go to jail. That's why I think some of these punks go to jail because they say shit. We can wear our pants sagging and we can bend over a table and it's just like everyday life.
I can speak on that too.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is coming from a respectable woman, okay? I don't want to see your pants off your butt. I don't.
You don't want to see the
I want my eyes averted from that. I want to see a belt. I want to see them pants pulled up. Matter of fact, I don't even want to see your belt. Pull your shirt over your pants, but have them still pulled up because I don't want to see it.
Right.
I seen people sagging their pants so low in the front. I done seen too much. You advertising too much.
Yeah, dig that.
Cause you like like David said, you not advertising that for me. Cause I don't want to see it. Pull your pants up.
They need to hear
Who
that from
cares
more
about
women.
Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger? Oh well, I don't want to see it.
They need to hear that from
I don't
more
want to
women.
see it. And I know you got doodle stains in your drawers. Pull up your pants. Please do it. Skinny jeans. I don't even care what kind of jeans you got on. I done seen sweatpants.
I care. Don't wear no
Pajama
damn skinny
pants.
jeans. Don't, because if you wearing skinny jeans, kill yourself. I'm telling you not. If you wearing low rider jeans, kill yourself, man.
Low-rider jeans.
Kill yourself. If you wearing anything that a woman will wear,
Kill yourself.
Dr.
Jeggings.
Kevorkian. That's the word for the day. Dr. Kevorkian. Call him.
Call them.
He love to hear from you. And with that, that's time. Damn, that shit was dope.
Ooh.
Hey,
I had to go in on that one.
But you know what? Hey, real talk. Y'all look pretty stupid out there. Y'all
Very.
look like idiots. The effemination of the man is real. Is really real. And women, like I said, y'all play a big part in this because what you all need to do is stop messing with these clowns.
Right.
You know, let me get this quick disclaimer before we take a break. Cause we had a couple people that's got upset over me using the word monkey last week because they said it was racist. And not one time did we mention race last week.
Right.
Not one time.
Right.
So what kills me, and this is a little off the topic. See, a lot of black folks, a lot of my people, you don't feel any self-worth unless somebody white accepts you. Let's call it what it is. Your life is meaningless unless you could get somebody white to accept you. How about this? Accept yourself.
Right.
You know, accept yourself. But let's go on and pay some bills, and we're going to talk about these effeminate men and these ratchet-ass women.
Ooh, and we'll be right back after that. Hell of a way to go.
I want the truth. You're listening to Truth and Logic on TalkZone.com.
The truth hurts.
Welcome back to Truth and Logic, family. We can be reached at 888-GO-FOR. That's 888-463-6748.
Call in, people.
Hey.
We know you want. We want to hear you talk about these sagging pants.
Yeah, right. And see, here's the
Emasculation.
thing.
We want to hear it.
I want to hear from the ladies. I mean, if you call, you call.
Yeah.
If you tweet, whatever. But here's the
Something.
thing, because men need to hear this from you. I can say it, I'm a hater. David can say it, he's a hater. But when they hear it from you, Okay, are you hearing us when we say that we do the things we do for you? If you all stop catering to these clowns, then
Right.
they will subconsciously make a change.
Right.
But see, here's the thing. You have mothers who see their sons sagging and acting effeminate, wearing the skinny jeans or what have you. And here's another thing. When did sweats stop being sweats and when did they start becoming skin tight? I can't tell you how many times I've been at the gym and seen a clown walking around in some sweats that's
Yeah.
tight from the ankle to the knee. I'm like, do what you got on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What
Some
is that?
fashion trend, but yeah.
But see when you see your son wearing shit like that, you need to pull him to the side, be like, hey, that's not what men do. That's not what men do. I don't really want to see that. You know, but the women accept it. They make excuses. They make allowances for it. Say, oh, well, he's just young. He'll get over it. Here's the thing. As adults, not even just as parents, as adults, we have an obligation to guide these children. Now, once they become of age, okay, no problem. You grown at this point. You're going to need to bump your own head. But until you reach that age of maturation, it's our job to guide you. And we don't do that enough. See, if I tell you something's wrong and you do it anyway, now you just being stupid.
Right.
You know, if I never say anything, now you can claim ignorance, and there's a difference. And we have the ever so popular Pastor Quinn back on the line. Pastor Quinn, how you doing, babe?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Oh,
How
we're great.
you doing?
We
Hello,
couldn't wait to hear
hello.
from you so you could set the show off again.
I'm at school. I'm in the library. I don't think I'm supposed to be on the phone, but it's okay.
Rebel to that.
My mom is a pastor and she gangster. What's on your mind?
Hold on. I got to step outside.
She about to let y'all have it. Y'all don't even know what's going to go on.
Because I swear, if I'd have seen DaRon and Skinny Jeans, we
Man,
wouldn't
first
have
of
been
all,
friends.
If you seen me in Skinny Jeans, my mama wouldn't be my mama, and my daddy definitely wouldn't be my daddy.
Right.
My daddy ain't going for
That was
none.
so true.
My daddy ain't
Can't
going
walk
for
around
none.
my house and sag nothing. And I'm looking at these young men, and like somebody said earlier, while I was trying to get logged on, the ladies accepted. When I was coming up, if you didn't carry yourself like a young man, you couldn't talk to me. And there were some of my friends you couldn't. And you know, calling young ladies out of their names and all of that stuff. You lost some teeth if you called me out of my name, because that's what my mother named me. But it's a learned thing. It's a taught thing, and you have to, like I said last week, you have to start back where it came from, the home. If the daddy is going around doing it, what makes the son think it ain't okay?
But what about
But
when
if
the daddy ain't
wears
there?
his pants, when the daddy ain't there, the mother got to the mother got to step up to the plate and take responsibility. It's not okay. But see, you have to think about where the mother came from. The
Well-
mother might not have had a father
Right.
in the home, you know, because there's that vicious cycle we talked about.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think about this? Because I think that this is what Malcolm X called a case of chickens coming home to roost. This is the end result of kids having kids. And don't get me wrong, there are exceptions to every rule. I know some very young, some people who had children young, who are exceptional parents, but they're the exception to the rule.
I'm one.
When you have, and we see it all the time. You have people. You meet the son. He's 20. His mama is 35.
Right.
You know, keep this in mind. I'm 44. Your mama younger than me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so
I mean,
so I think that you have a case where parents, whether they be male or female, spend too much time trying to be their children's friend instead of their parents.
Right.
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. My children and I cannot become friends until they were grown and on their own.
That's a true statement.
Then we develop then we develop a friendship. Until that time, I'm your parent, and it was like, yeah, when I didn't know better, I said, you do as I say. And I always said not as I do, but then I wasn't setting such a bad example that I had to worry about that they were going to go out there and do nothing stupid. But the bottom line was I have to set an example for you to want to do as I do.
Right.
And that's the problem. Where is the example?
But see, that is the
You can't
problem.
be sitting up here posting Facebook pictures with your children, talking about you hanging out in the club with your daughter or your son. What? Me and my child have never went to a club together and never will, unless there's just a family something going on and there's a back room. Me and my kids don't kick it like that.
And you know, I think that that's something
You know,
very dysfunctional about that.
I see too many. And like you said, the bottom line, especially with a lot of young mothers, unfortunately, is that they're too busy trying to be their children's friends, and because they really don't know what parenting is all about, and they really don't have an example. It's unfortunate they don't have the example to do, and you know, like they created these parenting classes. I ain't had no parenting classes to go to. I looked at the example I had before me, which was my mother and my father, my aunties and my uncles.
So I think we lost the whole. It takes a village to raise a kid. I think we lost that
whole thing, because you know what? There was a time, and DaRon came up in this era. If somebody whooped his behind, and I knew about it because he did something he didn't have no business, he knew what was going to happen when he got to me.
Yeah.
And
there
that's
you go
what,
talking.
But that's the way we were raised. Miss May down the street could see me doing something wrong, and she could get on me about it, and then tell my mother or father about it, and I knew I was going to get in some serious trouble again.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But see, now you're too busy. You better not say nothing to my child. The teachers can't say nothing to your children. The adults can't say nothing to your children. Your children can curse every adult in their circle out, and you don't, and you think it's okay because you gonna come along. I worked in the school system, and I had many parents come up to the school. Thank God none of them tried it with me, but they have cursed teachers out. My child don't do. My child don't do. My child. You don't know what your child will do when they are out of your sight. That's one lie that I never told about my children, because I don't know what they do when I'm not around.
My mother told me to tell you.
You know what? And that stuff is so true, because it was a story where this kid came home late. What he was doing was he was trying to hustle up some money at a gas station, and he came home late and he told his mother that the bum tried to touch him. So the mother gathered up a bunch of friends. They went up there and they ended up pretty much putting this man in a coma. And actually, I think about a month ago, the man died.
Wow.
When they looked at the video, the kid was doing the same thing that the homeless guy was doing, begging for money. You know, not begging for money, but trying to pump gas for money.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So now this woman and a bunch of other women going to do some serious time, all because of a lie of this, I think, 8-year-old. Yeah.
Right. And see, because you don't check it out, it was like my kids could tell me something. I was made a fool one time by going up to the school because of what somebody said, but without checking it out. Never again can you come and tell me nothing about the teacher and nobody else. I'm going to check it out thoroughly, get all the details, the whole story, not just part of it, because there's two sides to every story.
But see, that's
really
where parenting skills
Yours,
come
mine,
in
and
at,
the
though.
truth.
You know, that's where
And
parenting
that's
skills
and
come
that's
in.
what I'm saying. That's where parenting skills come in, but that's where they're lacking.
And I'm going to tell you where else they lacking at, though,
people.
Mama. I'm going to tell you where else they lacking at, okay? Because, like, we put the women out there as far as not being, being responsible for the reason why these men are the way they are. Right. However, my mother raised me as a single mother for a large majority of my upbringing. Again, I had male, role models and my uncles or what have you. However, and I told my mother this the other week, a woman, people say a woman can't raise a man to be a man, and that's true to a certain point. However, a woman can, if a woman is God-fearing, she can tell you what the Bible says about being a man and hold you to that standard.
Right.
Right. And which is a standard that the name says it's all Pastor Quinn. She's going to hold you to that, One of the best things my mother could have ever did for me, because she saw me getting comfortable. And I don't know if I ever told you this, but shout out to you right now, so you're getting ready to hear it now. Okay. But one of the best things she could ever did for me is when I got out the Navy, she saw me getting comfortable, and I had been home like 6 months. And she came to me one day. She's like, "It's time for you to go." She said, "I don't know where you're going, but you got to get out of here." I was like, "But where I'm going?" She lit that fire under my behind. And I ain't looked back since. See, you got too many people that allow they sons to get comfortable. Now, had I been her daughter, she probably would have given me a little more leeway. You see what I'm saying? But as her son, she was like, "No, you got to get up out of here."
Right.
But how many times have you seen a 20-something, 30-something, 40-something year old man in his mama house, and he ain't never lived on his own?
Oh, yeah, I know some right now.
I got an uncle that's in his 50s.
No.
Die slow.
Okay. Okay. Should
Wow.
should I say it again? I had an uncle in his 50s, and his residence has never been away from his mother.
See, there you
Oh,
go.
man.
There you go. And that's
Well,
the kind of
we can go
effemination
another
that we
one.
talking about. See, he probably
Can
think
do
he a
another
man.
one there. Can I jump in there, because I got to get ready to go back to class.
Go ahead,
Okay.
my brother.
I have a brother who shall remain nameless.
To
I only
you.
have two, but anyway, he left his mother's house because our father died. He went to my sister's house. He left my sister's house and went to his wife's house. He left that wife and went to another wife. He went to the Navy in the interim, but he's never lived on his own. And he's 60.
She ain't lying.
What does that say? Because you and see, the problem too is that these women perpetrate and let these men, they enable these men, because you're looking for somebody to take care of you. No, grow up here, take care of yourself. As a matter of fact, take care of yourself and me.
Hello.
But
Right.
there's never been a man not one that I've been with, not one that I birthed, that I will take care of for the rest of their life, and they are able-bodied to go out there and do what they need to do. It just ain't happening, and that's the problem, because too many women enable men to depend on them instead of vice versa. First of all, we don't need to depend on anybody but ourselves and God. But
Right.
if you can't do, that's one thing. But when you able-bodied and can do the same thing I can do, get out there and make it happen.
Dig that.
And I
Right.
love you guys. I'm gone. I'm going to continue to listen. Y'all be good and have a good week. I'll see y'all next week.
All
All right, number
All
one
right.
fan. Number one fan.
Have a
I
good
swear you done
class.
moved up the charts. Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right. And with that, we can just go ahead and ride that right on in the break.
Right.
That's like passing the communion plate right there.
Then we went on the second.
Now, back to David and DaRon
I'm talking truth.
for more Truth and Logic.
Man, I mean, we're not doing nothing but giving you just a little bit of truth, family. That's all we doing. It's Truth and Logic on Talk Zone Radio. 888-GO-FOR IT is the number. That's 888-463-6748.
Right.
Before we went into break, my mother kind of wrapped up that last segment, as she always does. She seems to wrap things up around here pretty good. But, I mean, the bottom line is that the effemination of the male in today's society stems from and can be traced back to the women in their lives. You can't get around it. You can disagree with it, but if you look at society and at your community in particular, it's right there in front of your face.
That is so true. Because, see, you have too many men out here that don't know how to raise a family, that don't know how to support their family. Right. And if you like you said, God fearing, the Bible said a man is supposed to be head of his household. These effeminate ass men are not head of their household. Right. See, the roles have changed, and I don't know where they changed. But if you look at, and we're gonna talk about the black community here. I don't care if people get mad. We're gonna talk about the black community here. the black community as a whole is the only community where the man is not in charge of his household. As a whole. Now, I'm not saying that's everybody,
Right,
but as a whole.
Because I ain't part of that community.
And if you look at it, and if you look at it, I mean, just damn it, I'm Mr. Controversy, so I'm going to say it. If you look at a lot of these black women, not all, for the stupid ones, not all. If you look at a lot of these black women, they act like men.
Right.
And if you look at a lot of these black men,
they act like women.
They act like women. That I don't know how else you can say it.
Now, I can say personally, growing up, my godparents raised me to parent household. I was taught to be very independent.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how that might be a problem for me, but also growing up, I've learned being in relationships that I've learned to, okay, let me let a man be a man, because I know how to do a lot of stuff now.
Right.
My dad has taught me how to,
and there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, a man is supposed to be a man, a woman is supposed to be a woman.
Right.
If you got married, the man is supposed to be a head of the household.
Right.
I can't stand when I see a no good ass man sitting around. I'm gonna call him a Madden king. All he do is play Madden all damn day. Right. And while the woman going out there working, or she might be on welfare, whatever the case may be. But you barely change your drawers.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong. That there's a distinct difference between being an independent woman and being a nagging ass woman.
Hell, I heard a guy that was working, and this man said, he was working. His wife finally got a job, and this man said, "Shit, I done did it these years. It's that bitch turn now."
Well, and with that, we got Roz on the phone.
Ooh, it's her turn now.
It just got hot in here. Roz, what's happening, man?
My monkeys, what's going on?
That is a mess, Roz. That is a mess.
My man.
I apologize. You know what? The Pastor Quinn bat symbol was thrown up, and I had to call in. So
you beat Miss Curiosity.
I know you guys are running out of time. So both on the woman and man side of the household, I just want to raise the point with. As far as women, I do believe women can raise a grown man and a good man, but it has to be the standard of the woman to know what a good man is.
There it is.
So that's as far as the women can take it as far as raising a son or a grown man. And as far as being a man, there's a quote that I love and live by that I put towards my father. You'll never grow up to be a man until you see a man. And I think that is that's it. That's exactly what society needs. And that's it. I mean, I have nothing else to put. That's both. I both think a man and a woman can raise a great man, a successful man, a good man. You just have to have your standards as a woman, and as a man, you just have to be able to lay the foundation that your son or any other young adult can look up at you and respect.
Man, I like that. I might have to steal that quote.
I'm gonna definitely steal it.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, Rob.
It's stolen.
It's done. It's stolen.
Anything else, Roz?
No, that's it. I just want to give you guys a call, let you guys know I was listening, and I guess Pastor Quinn is #1 fan now. So
yeah, she is.
I think you all are like neck and neck. You
that's
all have
true.
Definitely passed Miss Curiosity though.
Yeah, where's she at?
Right.
We'll tip the cap to Pastor Quinn now.
All right, man.
Now,
all right, guys.
Now, with that being said, now I agree with it to an extent. Yeah, you would never see a man. You can never be a man until you see a man. I believe personally, a woman could teach a man how to be a respectable adult, but it takes a man to teach a man. It teaches a man to teach a boy how to be a man.
Sometimes you have to make that uncomfortable decision as a man.
Right. And just like a woman. I mean, I could teach my daughter how to be a respectable adult, but I can't teach her how to be a woman.
Right.
And I learned that the hard way when I had my daughter one summer, and she told me her monthly came, and I'm like, the hell you want me to do? I didn't know what to do.
God.
I didn't say it like that, but I had to look, So really, we family. We could talk. I didn't know, okay. I know some women like pass, some like temp. Which one do you want? She said, Daddy, I don't know.
This was her first time.
This
you
was
didn't know what
very
to do.
first
That's
time.
understandable.
She just happened to be with your ass.
Exactly.
Right.
And
That's when you call up female friends.
Well,
hey,
luckily my niece came.
Yeah, somebody.
And I'm like, okay, because I'm stuck.
Right.
But I mean, just like you said, there's uncomfortable situations that a young boy will go through that he don't feel comfortable talking to mama about. Right. Just like there's uncomfortable situations that a female will come to, she don't feel comfortable talking to daddy about. Right. So you need that balance. Mm-hmm. Number one, you need that balance. Now, it's a coworker of ours that, and I didn't know this. His father passed away, so his mother mostly raised him, and I didn't know. He's a good guy, but but the ones that just not there, it's a damn shame.
Right.
But a lot of these women allow these guys to lay up on the couch and not be about anything, and all they saw was their mother. And now they done picked up all these feminine ways, but they still claim they like women. But they look like women, they dress like women, they act like women. Damn near selling the Patty Duke sign. They walk alike, they talk alike.
You know what?
Go ahead, Shell.
I was just thinking about, going over the thoughts in my mind while you guys are speaking. And you were saying how women are, the cause of it. I totally agree now, and I'll tell you why. I totally agree. That you can, the way you're raising your son, if you can't raise him to be a respectable adult or man or whatever, then I come along, I'm trying to find somebody to live my life with. I ain't got time to build no man, as K. Michelle said. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I ain't got time to build what you should have already started with.
Right.
Exactly.
Why I got to show him how to do this, do laundry, do you know how to cook? Do you know how to take care of your responsibilities? Do you know what a checking account
he
is?
He only supposed to shake once.
Right. Do you know how to handle your finances? Do you know where to go for certain stuff? I know how to change a tire. Why you don't know how to change a tire? So, yes, I had to think about that for a minute. My thoughts were racing, but I agree.
All right, and before we get out of here, anything else?
Damn, that shit was dope.
Family, let me tell you like this before we get out of here. I want you to live your life like you're gonna die tomorrow, but learn like you're gonna live forever. Develop an opinion. Think about it, and remember, everything that's black and white is not black and white. We are on a 6-day, 23-hour break.
It's
family.
your truth versus my logic.
Truth and logic, y'all. We out of here.
Peace.